Hey you, it's Evie. Do you notice anything different in the bathroom? I love this lotion. I got that super dry skin and that stuff is a lifesaver. Well, if you didn't figure it out yet, that little thingy up there, shelf thingy, that's what's new. I hung it up today. Don't know if it's leveled, but seems leveled enough. Interesting video for you today. I'm going to share a theory and then I'm going to share a fact for you. And I found it really interesting, so I think you will too. It's starting to snow outside, you guys. Listen, real quick, before we hop in, I just wanted to tell you, Lola, she got fixed, our chocolate lab. She got fixed and she's doing very well now, for those wondering. And then a storm came and we got hit with 9 inches of snow. It's April. But that's Wisconsin for you. And that's what got me thinking. We got another storm coming. And we're looking at another, what they say, 6 to 10 inches or something like that. You guys, day before, 2 days before Christmas.
Wait a second. Did you guys catch that?
Day before, 2 days before Christmas.
It's not Christmas. What the hell was I thinking? Anyways.
I got hit with a flare. It was the kind that you felt like you stayed up for like 3 days and straight. You're so tired and so sore, and your brain's 10 times slower than it usually is. It was just really bad. I wasn't getting nothing done, wasn't feeling well, so that's why you didn't get a second video last week. But anyways, I wanted to do some digging. I have my own theory. On why we hurt with the weather. Now in Wisconsin, it's the saying goes, if you don't like the weather, stay 15 minutes, it'll change. And it's pretty true for the most part. It can be a nice warm 40 degrees and then be 35 below, you know, in Fahrenheit. And it's just torture on the body. And then the summers can be really nice and cool, like 70s. And then the next day it would be super humid, like rainforest kind of humid, and that hurts like hell. I've actually thought a lot about moving in a drier climate. Now, I was told that altitude can play a big difference too. The pressure, barometric pressure, that's a lot of people with arthritis can also tell you when it's going to rain or storm or snow, or the temperature is going to drop big time. Well, with this last storm that came in, man, could I feel it. And I usually can push through. No matter what, I still push through. Sometimes it's a stupid choice for me, but other times I have to. I feel I have to. And because I notice pushing through, I've gotten to the point where it takes a pretty bad flare to get me down, but you know how it goes, you guys. Did some digging, and I grabbed, just got little notes from my grocery list. So, some's grocery list, I got a little note though. First, I'm going to tell you my little theory. My little theory is, think of our body as like a dry sponge. I'd grab you my sponge, but it's used. My kitchen sponge, so you ain't gonna appreciate that. But picture a dry sponge going in and water dropping on it. It's gonna swell up. I think about that when it comes to when it's raining. Like, our bodies are these dry sponges and the nerves are inside, okay? And then when the water fills up, it causes inflammation, and that inflammation's pushing on our nerves, which causes more pain, because inflammation causes us more pain. Or you would think of like a dry piece of wood being wet, or for some people, like a wooden beam in your house. You might notice that like in the summertime, that beam swells up and it stays in place better, but in the winter time it like shrinks a little bit. It's so crazy, but it happens. And some people can notice it in your doors and stuff too, if you're in old houses like me. This house is over 100 years. No, it's 100 years old. That's just something to think about. But I was doing a bunch of research and doing a bunch of digging, and some research studies claim that doesn't make a big difference. And these are smaller studies, and it's, I don't know. I can't say that I really believe that, because so many of you that I talk to, you guys notice a big change too. You can tell when something's going to be happening. You just feel that like building up in your body, all that extra pressure. Like the best way I describe it are cold winters, because I have some of you that ask me. I say it makes my bones feel like they're metal. And what happens to metal in the winter, it like freezes. It's the best way I can describe how my bones feel. So there's this little study done. There's a team of researchers led by a neuroscientist and a neurologist in New York. A neurologist is one that deals with nerves, and they often diagnosed MS. I believe they can diagnose Fibro too, but usually that's a rheumatologist. They found that there's an enormous increase in number of sensory nerve fibers within blood vessels on the palms of our hands with those that have Fibro. Your blood vessels in your hands and feet, they regulate your body temperature. So when it's exposed to cold weather, then they're more active. The nerves are more active. They're going to respond to that. And that would explain to why so many spoonies just wish they could live with their electric blankets and their, oh my god, what are they called? Heat pads. It's soothing it. You know what I mean? The cold makes it, like, activates your nerves to drive them bonkers. I thought that was so crazy and very interesting. Of course, there's nothing out. There's no for sure thing out yet out of this, but there's some research being done. If I find any more updates, do you want to know more about that? Do you guys like to hear this kind of thing? I find it really interesting, and I'm always reading up as much as I can on different things. Well, you guys know that. Comment below. Let me know if you've ever heard of that before. How's the temperature by you guys? Is it like 30 degrees here? I'm going to leave you alone now. Oh, if you're new here, I'd love for you guys to subscribe and join our Spoonie fam. Make sure you turn that notification bell on. Sometimes YouTube forgets to tell you. Or just follow me on Twitter. Not super active on there, but it does tell you to share when I have a new upload. Okay? I love yous. I hope you're doing alright. If not, hang in there. And I will talk to you down in the comment section below and in the next video.